Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
A while ago I watched Serial Experiments Lane, and I'm not gonna lie to you fellas, I still don't know what the fuck is going on. Not only does the title sound wrong or poorly translated, but the show itself feels like one big mindfuck. And I've talked to a lot of people about this show, and what I've gathered is that no one knows what the fuck they're talking about. This show cannot be explained, nor does it really need to. Now I know the internet has been around longer than I have, but the internet before the 2000s wasn't really the internet. Like sure it existed, but we weren't giving iPads to babies until like the 2010s. And most 90s kids don't even remember what the internet was like before MySpace, making them one of the last to truly grow up without social media and the internet. Like my brother and his friend used to print out cheat codes for San Andreas on a fucking piece of paper at the library. That's some fucking caveman shit. And honestly, shout out to all the brave souls who beat the Silent Hill games before online walkthroughs existed. I spent 3 whole fucking months in the Silent Hill 2 apartments until I finally caved and looked up what to do, just to be told I have to dump some fucking canned juice down a garbage chute that unlocks some other bullshit, that unlocks some other bullshit, that unlocks some other. Now luckily I was born in 2001, a few months before 9/11, so fuck you can't call me a 9/11 baby. But even back then it was no secret that the internet would eventually take over. It's just back then instead of worrying about it, people were just living in it. After Y2K, no one really cared that society was heading towards a more disconnected, connected future besides like Tom York and the creators of Serial Experiments. And being the first generation to grow up during the information era, it's surreal looking back at albums and shows like OK Computer and Serial Experiments Lane. Sure, that Black Mirror episode everyone talks about is really good, but come on, by the time that episode came out, everyone knew that that's where society was heading, and that Black Mirror would eventually make an episode on the topic. And even though Serial Experiments is a very dramatic version of what we're going through nowadays, social media apps alone have created millions of opportunities. Sure, we're not quite there yet when it comes to literally transferring your soul onto the internet, but the whole everyone being wired and connected isn't even a question anymore. Now the question is, who are you in this void of people all on one platform? And for YouTube's case, it went from everyone uploading and supporting each other into everyone trying to figure out the next trend before their mutuals on Twitter does. YouTube has literally turned into a rat race that goes further beyond YouTube itself, because now we have websites like Discord and Twitter that allow fellow content creators and fans to interact with each other, which took networking on YouTube to a somewhat peaceful experience to the biggest chess game that everyone is playing. Ironically, in the end, the website wasn't the only downfall of YouTube, it was also the creators themselves. I've never heard a community bitch and moan about a website so much while simultaneously being the root of the problem. Wait. Back in the day, the only place to spew out lazy, racist nonsense while telling people you fucked their mothers was back on the Xbox 360. And now we got Discord, which prides itself on being a place for gamers and pedophiles. But either way, Discord is kind of an amazing platform. I mean, it's not even remotely original, it's basically just Skype meets TeamSpeak. It's also riddled with pedophiles and teenage politicians who still think layering every single conversation with irony justifies being a cunt. Like, why do you guys always blame irony when you get called out? If you're gonna be an annoying asshole, at least own up to it. I'm tired of telling people to shut the fuck up just to get hit back with, come on bro, I'm not even being serious, I'm only pretending to be a racist loser who hates everything. You get to a certain point where it's not even ironic anymore, it's just repetitive, lazy, and fucking unoriginal. But once you get past the wave of children who don't even know how to start a conversation, you meet some of the coolest people you'd never meet in real life. Which is definitely the highlight of the internet in general, getting to meet people you'd never get the chance of meeting otherwise. And with Discord servers, there's literally an endless possibility of people you can meet. A while ago, one of my best friends was into DDLG, which literally stands for Daddy Dom Little Girl, which is a kink where one acts like a caregiver and one acts like a baby. And he invited me into a server dedicated to DDLG, where I met and had conversations with some weird and cool ass people. And the thought of being called daddy makes my skin crawl, but I don't have to enjoy that kink to enjoy a good conversation. And meeting and talking to people who are into something you'd never even consider opens up your perspective on people you'd never think you'd relate to. It's the reason I love talking to outsiders like furries or people in communities like that. Sure, I'll never understand why furries do what they do, but it's interesting hearing what led them to that and why they do it, even if you can't fully understand it. I like to think using Discord like that is more fulfilling than using it to act like a little bitch, just to get a reaction out of a stranger, but hey, maybe I'm the one out of the loop. Because I have been a dick to people on Discord just for fun, obviously to the people who deserve it, but I can confidently say my best memories on Discord have been in voice calls with my close friends, whether it be just playing games or just talking. Like, I watched one of my friends, Veritas Joe, grow his channel and build his own style, and seeing how genuinely happy he's become with his own YouTube journey and just life honestly makes shit like a technology riddled future worth it. One of the few things that have cheered me up in life have been watching my friends find their own happiness, and apps like Discord make that possible for anyone, which at the end of the day, despite all the bullshit, I think makes it worth it.
And you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man, and all the fears you hold so dear.
Hello, editing Mannis here, future Mannis here, whatever Mannis here. This is like the 5th time I've tried to record this because I'm off script and I keep just blabbering about nonsense, and I'm doing it now. Shut the fuck up, Mannis. Anyway, I want to talk about 3 things, and I didn't want to write another script. First thing is, as you guys have noticed, my content is a lot different now. Not only am I using Facecam, but I'm now using Premiere Pro, and I switched to Premiere just because I want to edit on my PC instead of a Mac, because I have a Mac laptop and then I have a PC setup. It's easier because the way I was doing it before is I would record my footage on my PC and then I would I put it on a flash drive and then I'd edit it on my Mac and I uploaded it from my Mac. That's a fucking long process. And the reason I'm doing Facecam is because I don't want to do gaming, or I don't want to put gameplay in the background, but I also don't want to go on the internet looking for fucking random ass footage. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the whole stock footage, video essay type of content. I know what I'm doing is kind of teetering on that, like I use footage from the internet to kind of, you know, emulate my point onto screen, I guess. Honestly, I feel like Facecam's just as lazy because it's just my face, but I feel like not as many people complain about it for some reason. I don't know. YouTube's fucking weird. That's why I made a video about it. But yeah, I'm on Premiere now. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a blast. And if you've noticed my content, like my last 4 videos, they've been so weird. Like they all flow like they don't know what they want to be, because a lot of the time when I write those videos, I'm in a different mindset than when I think about the topic. Like a lot of the time I think of the idea when I'm high, and then I'll put it on my phone, and like the next day I'll look at my phone and I'll be like, what the fuck was I trying to say? Because I just write a bunch of fucking notes about like a video idea, and then I try to translate that onto a script, and a lot of the time it doesn't translate as well, and it kind of just forms it to its own video, I guess. And I've actually really liked how those videos have turned out. The Spockter video I actually didn't make when I was high. Well, I recorded it high, but I didn't write the script or write the notes while I was high. I tried to treat that as serious as possible, and then I was like, what's the least serious thing I could do? Let me smoke a joint. I don't know why the fuck I did that. Well, I mean, even thinking about it now, like I do hate the topic of pedophilia, and it's just kind of gross, and it always just brings down my mood, so I guess that's why I did smoke. But I should have been a little bit more professional, but I did like how the video turned out, so I'm not even mad. Actually, why am I not doing that now? I'm like not being serious yet. I did it in a serious video. This is my last one. This is what the fuck is this? It's AK-47 Flowers. It is a sativa. Okay, well, wish me luck, boys. Yeah, my content lately has just been very random, because for a long time, when you make these video essays, you kind of know what you're doing. It's kind of formulaic, and it kind of gets tedious, not gonna lie. Honestly, one of the reasons I made that Spockter video, besides the fact that I just wanted everyone to know that Spockter did those things, a big factor was that I just wanted to make something new. I wanted to do something different, and I feel like I accomplished that. In that video alone, I did a lot more shit than I have done over the past like 3 years. I've never really shown my face. Not that I'm like embarrassed or anything, but it's just I felt like it just didn't add anything to my content. And I still don't really think it does add anything to my content. This just makes my editing process a lot easier, I'm not gonna lie to you. But you know what? It works, and I'm having fun. I mean, dude, look, I'm out here smoking a joint, making a video too. Like, quite honestly, weed and YouTube have been like my favorite things to do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have gotten stupid drunk. I've done all that, and I'm not gonna lie to you, fellas. None of that really compares to a good old joint and making content. You know, doing something you love. And when you turn off the filter of like, you know, the whole networking, the whole trying to build your channel, all that shit, it's so much more fun. Like, I'm having way more fun making content than I have in a really long time, just because I've changed my mindset. Even though this is stupid, like the content I'm making makes no sense. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm having a fucking blast. Anyway, my point is, I don't even know what my point is, but my point is, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I feel like I've been kind of leaning towards more of just doing whatever the fuck I want, but now I'm in the state of like I'm literally making content on just that doesn't even really have a point. It's just my opinions at this point. But I feel like in a weird way, doing all this, I will get myself into a rhythm. I will get myself into a formula. I'm at the point, because I've been at this point before, where I'm on a new editing software and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm kind of just experimenting with a lot of shit. That's when I switched to Final Cut. That's when I really started doing like whatever the fuck I wanted. And now that I'm on Premiere, now that I have face cam, now that I'm openly smoking joints on camera, I feel like I will eventually find a more cohesive format, because I feel like what I'm doing right now makes no sense, not even to me. So and I did want to talk a little bit about the Spoctor video. A few people have reached out to me, you know, talking about Spoctor. Some people even thanked me for making the video, because I didn't really realize how many people kind of had their own Spoctor story. Like I didn't realize how many people kind of already felt or knew that he was doing a bunch of scummy shit. Anyway, wrapping this up, thank you guys. It's a new decade. I'm happy where I'm at, content wise. Mentally, yeah, I guess I'm also happy where I'm at. Here's to more content on nothing. I feel like my content's just gonna get stupider and stupider as time goes on. So if you don't want that, I guess unsubscribe. I don't know.